and welcome to be welcomed back into Tasmania. But sadly, the events of the last few days mean it's a terribly, terribly awful time for Tasmanians, and on behalf of Jenny and I and all Australians, want to extend our deep sympathies to the 5 families in particular who've lost those precious young ones. And we think also of the families of the 3 who are still in a terribly critical condition. We think of the entire community that is just heaving with sorrow. As I said yesterday, there are no words, only prayers for our fellow Australians in Tasmania and for the community that will carry this burden. And it will be a heavy burden. It will weigh them down. But I want to say to them, whether they're the first responders, the teachers, the friends, the family, the PNC at Hillcrest, the whole community, that Australia is one with them. And we grieve with them and we mourn with them. And we want to do everything we possibly can to help them through this terrible, terrible, unthinkable, unimaginable tragedy. I want to thank Premier Gutwein for being in close contact with me over the last few days. We were speaking by chance just that morning we'd arranged, and these events overtook those conversations. And we've stayed in touch about trying to understand what we can do as a Commonwealth to help the community in Devonport, and particularly the families and others directly impacted. And so we discussed the need that there will be ongoing counselling and other emotional support, particularly mental health support. And as a result of those discussions, I've discussed this with the Health Minister and our other advisors, and we are providing $800,000 to support families and communities affected in counselling support, $250,000 for first responders, $550,000 for the broader community. This will be paid to the Tasmania's Primary Health Network. It'll be provided over an 18-month period, because we know support won't just be needed in the next few weeks. It'll be needed for many, many, many months to try and begin that process of healing. There's additional trauma counselling and the $250,000 for those involved, and training for those services in trauma of informed care and psychological first aid and to assist in recovery. The $550,000 includes $200,000 for additional trauma counselling in the community. There's $200,000 for the local headspace, trauma care and training, and expanded supports for young people. There's $100,000 to support return of school in 2022, including training and counselling for teachers and staff, and $50,000 in community mental health and wellbeing grants to support the community. And obviously all the team up there, particularly Gav Pearce, the member for Braddon, who's done a terrific job working with the local community, and to Senator Dunningham is here, and the whole Senate team and our whole team at both state and federal level has been reaching out to support the community in Devonport. And so we will reach out our arms and we'll throw them around the community of Devonport, and Australia will throw their arms around Tasmania as they seek to console for what has been an unthinkable time. And so with that, I'll ask the Premier to say a few words. But on the topic of being also here today, it has been a great pleasure to be able to launch the new Naina and the great mission that she has embarked on. It's testament to our commitment to our stewardship of the Antarctic and our commitment to the Antarctic Treaty, among so many other like-minded nations who share a passion for this unique environment. And as Antarctica's one of its closest neighbours, we have a special responsibility and have always stewarded that responsibility to the utmost of our ability and our commitment. And I thinkly want to thank Minister Lee for her strong commitment to this project and all the work that has been done by our agencies to bring us to this day. And with that, I'll pass over to the Premier. Thanks, Pete.